So I want to make this quick video on why I went with the pass-through master cylinder for my handbrake instead of doing dual caliper. Number one thing is it's a little cheaper. Number two thing is it works. So I don't have all my brake lines on just yet. Once I get them all on, I'll demonstrate, but this is the way it works. You run your line from your, this is my rear brake master cylinder. It's my front brake master cylinder. I routed my line down through the carpet, back into this rear port here, and then you keep running your lines this way. You can do this on any car that you choose to have a rear hydraulic brake with. So it's the simplest way. It's the easiest way that I've found to do it. And that way, you don't have to run dual calipers. You don't have a bunch of different lines running to the back. You don't have 2-3 T's meeting in the back. You get one T, and it's basically like having one line running all the way to the back. It just breaks up in a point. Now, if you have a different car, you can obviously take and if your stuff's in the engine bay, out here where your booster goes, you could drill a hole and route a line through. Whatever you want to do, route it under the carpet, or you can route it under the car, up, in, and then back out. I would recommend using some of these lines for it, the nylon type of lines. I know you can get custom ones. I'll put a link down in the description to get some custom ones. Those are kind of expensive. But either way, the thing is whenever you do a hydro brake, if you do dual calipers, you're still going to be buying custom lines. You're still going to be buying lines. You're going to buy all the same exact stuff. It is a lot cheaper overall than doing a full, hydro brake on its own, and then price of the dual caliper bracket, price of the second set of calipers. I will show it in action here in just a minute whenever I get everything put together. Get back with you guys. All right, guys. Update on the pass-through master cylinder video. I am at a complete and total loss. So ideally, this is the right setup. This is what you want to do. For me personally, it's still what I'm going to do. I will make an update video once I get everything fixed and figured out. I don't know if I've got air pockets or what the deal is, but I cannot get this thing to bleed correctly to save my life. I don't know if it's just this inline setup isn't correct with that master cylinder. I'm not sure what the issue is, but the only way I've got the hydro to actually hold pressure is get it to a point where it's stuck slightly, held back a little bit. Once you've got it stuck slightly held back, then it holds pressure. But the problem there is once you pump the brakes up, it doesn't allow anything to flow back, and we end up with stuck brakes. So I'll show you guys here. I'll let off this pressure. As soon as I let this pressure off, you see how it goes back to being nothing. But if I hold it and pump up the brakes, then it holds pressure. But, you see, it doesn't, it doesn't lock anything. So I'm confused. I really am confused on what the heck the problem is. I know that having these lines high like this isn't ideal, but I have bled the absolute piss out of this thing. I spent the last 4 hours bleeding. I mean, I've bled and bled and bled and bled and bled and bled and bled every way you can think of. I've used the vacuum bleeder. I've used the traditional ways. You name it, I've tried it. So if any of you have a good answer on what the problem is, please feel free to let me know down in the comments below. But as of right now, that's where we're at with the pass-through master cylinder. I still think it's a good idea. I still think I'm going to get it figured out this week one way or another. And whenever I do, I will make an update video. So, peace.